Good morning and welcome to Tlachtga, or as the local people, or the English form of the name is the Hill of Ward, just outside Athboy, County Meath in Ireland. I'm standing here with Joe Conlon. He's the keeper of the hill, and what's so different about this hill? This is where Halloween began. Joe knows everything about the hill. He knows the history, he knows the history of the area, and he's a qualified tour guide. Joe,
how are you?
Not so bad in yourself?
Not bad.
Joe, just tell us a bit about the hill. Tell us what went on here, and how can we be sure that, or know that the hill is where Halloween once began?
Well, it's in tradition, it's the Hill of Samhain. It's the place of Samhain, the ancient fire at the end of summer and the beginning of winter. And it was celebrated here over 3,000 years ago. And this hill was still a vibrant site and still used right up into, we'll say, the 9th and 10th century. Like we know that Tiernan O'Rourke was beheaded here by his first cousin when he went to meet Hugh de Lacy, so it was still an important site even then. And the only known church, and the only church that St. Patrick actually records in his carcassonne, was built here, just down in the valley. And it's called the Church of Remembrance, because he says it's fair he remembered where he lost his scriptures. Right. So we know that it was a Christian site, it was a Druid site, it is the Samhain festival site where the Druids gathered on Samhain to celebrate the year, to ask for all the blessings for the coming year. The animals that were to be sacrificed would be sacrificed on that night, and the ones that was sacrificed, then their bones would have been used for the fire, the great fire of Samhain, which you get the name bone fire. It's not bonfire as we call it today, it's bone fire. Right, okay. And it was a ceremony to give thanks to the gods for the animals that were sacrificed, to sustain them during the winter, and for the grain and the corn and the berries and whatever they collected for the winter would all be celebrated here on Samhain night. That's amazing. And Joe, this coming Samhain night, you're planning some festivities to mark the occasion, or this Halloween night? We do. It's been going on now since 1999, when a small group of us came up here. Yeah, I came here for years. I was attracted to this hill when I was a small child, and I used to come in on the hill and walk around, and it was like a beautiful picture behind a dirty glass. Yes. And I thought, I have to wipe the glass, and the only way to wipe the glass is to reenact the Samhain festival. Yeah. To bring it back. Yes. And the first year there was 7 of us. Last year there was 1,200. That's amazing. So it's gone in strength and strength. This year we're expecting around 1,600 to 1,800 people, and about 400 of those is coming from abroad. Right, that's amazing. Yes. Just in the last two years, I know there's been some archaeological work done. Would you just care to explain to our viewers just what's been going on, what have we discovered about the hill, and how significant is the area and in relation to Newgrange or Tara? Well, we have been preaching for years about its significance, and Steve Davis, Professor Steve Davis of the University School of Archaeology, and Dr. Moore decided last year, or 2 years ago, do a dig. They do a geophysics survey, they done LiDAR survey, and then it culminated in a dig. And on the outer side here, on the southwest corner, in a trench, we found a baby. Now that baby is about 10 months old, between 7 and 10 months old, laid east to west in a kiss burial. Right. Now it's the second only ever found in Ireland. The other one was in a fetal position in Tara in a ditch, which it could have got lost. Right. But this was an actual burial. Then they excavated the centre of the mound here, where the fire would have been. And the amount of ash, cinder, stone turned to lime, which is massive heat source to do that, right down for 2 metres down as far as the hole went, as far as the trench went. Wow. So let's hope to explore that more in the coming years. Okay. But there was, it proved that the site would have been probably in size around 5 acres at one stage. And around the 4th or 5th century, they closed in the outer ditches, and they more or less centred on this area we have here now. Yeah. That probably came with the coming of Christianity. Right. And the royal aspect moved to Tara completely, and the religious aspect stayed here. So that kind of would have been it, because St. Patrick built his church here, as we just mentioned, and he would have worked hand in hand with the Druids. Yes, it wasn't until the Cistercians came and the Benedictines that says, no, that's all wrong. And poor Patrick got barred as well, you see. He got dumped as well. Yes, the Americans brought him back. Yeah, yeah. So, well, that's amazing. So, there you have it, guys. A fantastic area in County Meath.
and certainly one of my favourite spots in the country.
Oh, it is definitely it goes back to Stone Age. Even in this year's excavation, we found a Stone Age axe. There's only been one piece of flint, nothing trace of weapons of any description. So it was a ceremonial site. It wasn't a site.
It was a centre of religion.
It was the centre of religion, and it has aspects of all Europe. Even when Caesar invaded Britain, he told them to keep away from Cornwall. That's where the Irish Druids were.
Right.
And the Irish Druids would have come from here.
Right.
Robert Marshall, that signed the Magna Carta in England, was actually here at the Great Senate with Lawrence O'Toole. And that went on for 7 days, and it says that the great laws were passed, that a woman could walk from east to west without fear of molesting. And he comes along, and 27 years later he puts his name to the Magna Carta in England. Now what did he learn here that he brought to the Magna Carta?
That's amazing, yeah? That's fantastic.
So it has tentacles in every aspect of world history. McAllister, when he was asked how would he sum it up, he says Tlachtga is the hub of civilization.
Wow.
So I'll rest with that.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay folks, thank you very much for watching.